For over 160 million years, our planet was a realm of giants, a world ruled by creatures that dominate our imagination, the dinosaurs. The Mesozoic era was their kingdom. But what exactly is a dinosaur? The term is specific. True dinosaurs were land-dwelling animals with a unique hip structure giving them an upright posture, their legs directly beneath their bodies. This was a key advantage over other reptiles whose legs sprawled out to the sides. So the flying pterosaurs and massive marine reptiles like mosasaurs? As incredible as they weren't dinosaurs. They were distinct branches on the great tree of prehistoric life. The story of the dinosaurs is one of unparalleled success and diversity, beginning in the Triassic period. The dawn of the dinosaurs, around 230 million years ago, was a time of pioneers. The world was hot, dry, and dominated by the supercontinent Pangaea. In this environment, the first dinosaurs emerged, and they weren't giants. Meet Culephysis, a small, nimble carnivore about the length of a wolf. Its lightweight, hollow bones, a trait later passed to modern birds, made it a swift hunter of small lizards and insects. Alongside them were the first large herbivores, the prosauropods. Plateosaurus, for instance, could reach up to 30 feet long. With a long neck and small head, it was an early experiment in the plant-eating lineage that would lead to the largest animals to ever walk the earth. These Triassic pioneers, like the formidable predator Herrerasaurus, were trailblazers, establishing the anatomical blueprints for their descendants. As the Triassic gave way to the Jurassic, Pangaea began to break apart. The climate became more humid, and lush forests spread across the land, fueling an explosion in size. This was the age of the sauropods, the long-necked giants. Among them was the towering Brachiosaurus, a skyscraper of the prehistoric world. Over 80 feet long and 40 feet tall, its longer front legs gave it a giraffe-like posture for browsing the tops of trees. Others, like Diplodocus and Apatosaurus, were long and low, like living suspension bridges. Modern models suggest they held their massive necks horizontally, sweeping them across low-growing vegetation. To defend against predators like the fearsome Allosaurus, herbivores evolved incredible defenses. Stegosaurus is a prime example. Its famous backplates were likely for display or regulating body temperature. For actual defense, Stegosaurus wielded the thagomizer, 4 menacing spikes on its powerful tail. The final chapter, the Cretaceous period, saw the evolution of the most iconic predators. At the top is Tyrannosaurus rex. T-Rex was a biological marvel of destruction. Its forward-facing eyes gave it excellent binocular vision for judging distance, and its bite was unlike anything on land today, delivering over 12,000 pounds of force, enough to crush bone. But T-Rex wasn't the only giant carnivore. In South America, Giganotosaurus roamed. Slightly larger than T-Rex, it was a more slender hunter, likely preying on colossal titanosaurs. And in North Africa lived a dinosaur that breaks all the rules, Spinosaurus. With a massive sail on its back, a crocodile-like snout, and dense bones for buoyancy, Spinosaurus was semi-aquatic. It was a river monster, the largest carnivorous dinosaur known, using its conical teeth and huge claws to hunt giant fish. To survive in a world with such fearsome predators, Cretaceous herbivores evolved an incredible arsenal of adaptations. The ceratopsians, or horned dinosaurs, were masters of defense. Triceratops, with its 3-foot-long brow horns and solid bone frill, was a formidable opponent for a Tyrannosaurus. Its powerful beak could snip through tough vegetation, ground up by rows of shearing teeth called dental batteries. Another group, the ankylosaurs, became living tanks. Covered in bony plates and spikes, Ankylosaurus was the most heavily armored of them all. Its defense was perfected by a massive club of solid bone at the end of its tail, which could shatter the leg of an attacking predator. But not all herbivores were built for battle. The hadrosaurs, or duck-billed dinosaurs, were some of the most successful plant eaters. Many, like Parasaurolophus, sported elaborate, hollow crests. These were resonating chambers, allowing these gentle giants to produce deep, booming calls for communication within their vast herds. While giants roamed, a revolution was happening at a smaller scale. We now know many dinosaurs, especially theropods, were covered in feathers. This discovery has reshaped our understanding of these animals. The famous velociraptor was not a scaly monster. It was the size of a turkey, covered in complex feathers, and had quill knobs on its arm bones, just like modern birds. Its primary weapon was a large, sickle-shaped claw on each foot, used to pin down small prey. Its larger cousin, Deinonychus, was a more formidable hunter that inspired the movie monsters. Feathers evolved long before flight. In dinosaurs like Sinosauropteryx, they were simple filaments for insulation. In others, like the four-winged Microraptor, they became airfoils for gliding. This lineage eventually led to Archaeopteryx, a crucial fossil with the feathered wings of a bird but the teeth, claws, and bony tail of a dinosaur. This group also includes the bizarre Therizinosaurus. A pot-bellied herbivore, it possessed the longest claws of any animal in history. Scythe-like claws over 3 feet long, whose purpose is still debated. The 160 million year reign of the dinosaurs produced incredible record holders. The title for the largest land animal of all time goes to a titanosaur from South America, Argentinosaurus. Estimates suggest it could have reached over 115 feet long and weighed close to 100 tons. For the tallest dinosaur, the prize likely goes to Sauroposeidon. By extending its colossal neck, it could have reached heights of nearly 60 feet, browsing vegetation no other animal could touch. We've already met the owner of the longest claws, Therizinosaurus, and the heaviest armor, Ankylosaurus. But what about speed? While T-Rex was a brisk walker, smaller theropods were built for speed. Some ornithomimids, or ostrich mimics, were likely capable of sprinting over 40 miles per hour, making them some of the fastest animals of their time. Everything we know about these creatures comes from the clues they left behind in stone. Their fossils are our windows into the deep past. When a dinosaur died in the right conditions, its body could be quickly buried by sediment. Over millions of years, minerals replaced the organic material, turning it to rock. By studying these fossils, paleontologists can reconstruct skeletons, but the story doesn't end there. Microscopic analysis of bone can reveal growth rings, telling us how old a dinosaur was and how fast it grew. In rare fossils, we find impressions of skin, revealing scale patterns, and even the faint outlines of feathers, which confirm the link between dinosaurs and birds. Fossilized nests and eggs, some with embryos still inside, give us intimate glimpses into their family lives, showing that many dinosaurs cared for their young. With such a long history, it's no surprise some myths have taken hold. A common one is that all dinosaurs were giant, scaly monsters. As we've seen, many were small, and a huge number were feathered. Another misconception is that humans and dinosaurs coexisted. In reality, the last non-avian dinosaurs died out over 65 million years before the first modern humans evolved. We are closer in time to T-Rex than T-Rex was to Stegosaurus. Some myths come from pop culture. The frilled, venom-spitting Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park is pure fiction. The real animal was larger, had no frill, and there's no evidence it could spit venom. And finally, there's the confusion about what is and isn't a dinosaur. Remember those pterosaurs? They were flying reptiles, not flying dinosaurs. The distinction is crucial for understanding the true story of life on Earth. After an epic reign, the world of the dinosaurs came to a sudden, cataclysmic end. 66 million years ago, a 6-mile-wide asteroid slammed into the planet off the coast of modern-day Mexico. The Chicxulub impact unleashed the energy of billions of atomic bombs, triggering global earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions. A cloud of superheated dust and ash enveloped the globe, blocking out the sun for years and causing a devastating impact winter. Photosynthesis ceased, plants died, and the entire food web collapsed. In this apocalyptic aftermath, over 75% of all species on Earth, including all non-avian dinosaurs, went extinct. But their story doesn't end there. One small group of feathered dinosaurs survived. They were the ancestors of an incredibly diverse group of animals we see every day. Though the giants are gone, their legacy lives on. Every bird in the sky, from the hummingbird to the eagle, is a tiny, living dinosaur, a direct descendant of the theropods that once ruled the Earth. They are a constant, beautiful reminder of a lost world and the incredible resilience of life.